أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم تسليما. Okay. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله بعد. بسم الله. Okay.
Stars.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
I think we should start.
Okay, so since I recorded, we'll drop it on
Yeah.
the platform later.
Exactly.
Okay, no problem then. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa ba'd. Thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has made it possible for us to meet here once again in our program, our usual and weekly program, Arabiyyah Made Easy, brought to you by EN Radio. Alhamdulillah, this is going to be a new episode, which is the second episode in season 2 of this program. Of course, like we mentioned in our first episode in this season 2, that you need to have access for our new students, especially to have access to the season 1 of the program. And to have access to this season 1, you need to have access, of course, to EN Radio. Download EN Radio on Google Play Store, Apple Store, and the likes. And inshallah, you have access to all the 23 episodes in the season 1 of Arabiyyah Made Easy. It is very simple, very easy to access. So download EN Radio and you have, inshallah, access to all the episodes in the first season. So you listen to this episode so that you can flow along with us in this season 2 of Arabiyyah Made Easy. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it very much easy for us. Allahumma ameen. So dear students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yeah, so inshallah, in the last episode, I'm going to share my screen so that you can follow the class exactly where we stopped in the last episode. So in the last episode, what we actually did was a recap. We had a recap of our class, what we have in season 1. So I actually want to show us, what's it called? The book now. Okay, here, fine, I have it. Okay, so we had a recap of chapter 1, 2, and 3 last week. So inshallah, we're going to just continue from there. We're going to continue from there. We learned new words in chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, especially for those who were new students in the last class. So the new students among us. So by the time you're listening to this again, you should be able to follow suit. I hope everyone will have revised what we did in the last episode, at least from chapter 1 to 3. Okay, so if you go through this on lesson 3, I mentioned the fact that lesson 3 is it comprises basically of adjectives. That is one concept of the things we are to learn under lesson 3. We have adjectives, and aside these adjectives, we also have words in their definite form. So I mentioned in the last class that words might be in their definite form and they might be in their indefinite form. For example, I said baytun, like you have it on the page on the screen now. Baytun. Baytun means a house. A house that is indefinite. It could be any house. Okay, so to make it definite, you have al-baytu. Al-baytu, which means the house. Al-baytu means the house. Okay, so now, okay, so if I say the house, the pen, the book, okay, the masjid, the mosque, the school, all these words are in their definite form. That is, it is something maybe we have talked about before. then I mention it, go to the street, you'll see the house, okay? So that's al-baytu. So how to just form a word that was in its indefinite form to make it definite? It's just by adding alif and lam at the beginning of this word. Okay, we have a student online. Brother Sulaiman, assalamu alaikum. You can unmute your microphone and respond to my taslim to know that you're actually online, the class here. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Yeah, very, very good. You're welcome to the class. So Arabiyyah made easy. So let's follow suit. Barakallahu fikum. Okay, so like I mentioned, you have the definite words. So, and you have the indefinite words. So on the screen now, we have baytun al-bayt. Baytun means a house. That the fact that the word is indefinite is made known by the tanween on the ta. The tanween is dummatan, the two dummas you have on the ta. So baytun, qalamun, kitabun, jamalun. You can see the tanween signifies it's been in indefinite form. Okay, so by the time you make it definite and you say al-baytu, you will see that the tanween will become one, just single dhamma now, to show that this is no more indefinite word. It is now a definite word. Al-baytu, the house, al-qalamu, the pen, al-kitabu, the book, al-jamal, and the camel. Okay, so now attach some adjectives to these words, or to some of the words we have been able to learn so far, even from our previous classes, so that we can make at least a simple sentence. So we're going to bring the definite word and an adjective together. So we have al-qalamu maksurun. Al-qalamu maksurun. The pen is broken. Al-qalam maksurun. The pen is broken. So the pen is al-qalam and maksurun is broken. Okay, so we have al-babu maftuhun. Al-babu maftuhun. The door is open. Al-babu maftuhun. The door is open. Okay, so the word for open, like I mentioned in the previous class, is maftuhun. Okay, so you have a couple of, adjectives to learn in this darsu, this lesson. You have al-waladu jalis, the boy is sitting, wal mudarris waqif, and the teacher is standing. I think we actually stopped here in our revision last week. So if you look at number 1 to 10 here, so you're going to have al-kitabu jadidun wal qalamu qadimun. Okay, you have number of adjectives here from 1 to 10. So let's quickly go through them. Al-kitabu jadid, the book is new. Wal qalamu qadim, and the pen is old. Number 2 here you have al-himaru saghir, the donkey is small. Wal hisanu kabir, and the horse is big. Then number 3 here you have al-kursiyu maksur, the chair is broken, like the broken we used up here for the pen. So we're using it for the chair here. So a word is not stuck to a particular word. No, you can just use it. That is to show that you understand the word itself and its meaning and its use. Okay, so al-kursiyu maksur, the chair is broken. Then you have al-mindil wasikh, the handkerchief is dirty. So the word for dirty is wasikhun, wasikh. Now number 5, you have al-ma'u barid. Al-ma'u barid, the water is cold. The word for cold is barid. Al-qamaru jamil, the moon is beautiful. Jamil, beautiful. You can say Abdullah Jamil, Abdullah is beautiful. Okay, number 7, you have al-baytu qarib, the house is near. Wal masjid ba'id, and the masjid is far. Number 8, you have al-hajar thaqil, the stone is heavy. Wal waraqu khafif, and the paper is light. This is khafif, it might not be very clear. So, but that's khafif. Then al-labanu harun, so you have the milk is hot. The word for hot is harun. And the opposite is on number 5 here, barid. Excuse me. Okay, barid is cold, harun, hot. Then finally here on this page, you have al-qalam, al-qamis, nadif, al-qamis, nadif. The shirt is neat. The shirt is neat. So you need to go back to the previous episode, the previous season, that's the season 1 of this course, Arabiyyah Made Easy. So you go through or download or you just listen from the platform in narrate. So you listen to all the episodes from 1 to 23 so that you can actually go along with us as we move on. So that is what is contained in lesson 3 of the book. Okay, you have more and more adjective. Look at this page, for example, on page 17, you have ba'id, far, you have hollow, sweet, you have sick, you have standing, you have, you see, you have sweet, you have poor, you have rich, and the like. So you should listen to Adarso Saris in the previous season. Then on lesson 4, Adarso Rabi', what we actually learned in this lesson is the use of the way to ask questions and give answer to the questions. For example, when you want to say aina, where is so and so. So we are learning how to ask questions, how to give answer to the questions. 3 things in this chapter. 1, how to use aina, where is, then the appropriate pronoun for masculine and feminine to give answers to questions being asked. Then number 3 is to learn some prepositions. So those are the 3 things you're going to learn in this Darsu Rabi' lesson 4 of this book. Okay, so here you have al-baytu, the house. Then you have fil bayti, in the house. In the house. The word fi here is in. Okay, al-masjid, you have fil masjid. Okay, the word fi here is in, like I mentioned. So that means in the house. Fil bayt, in the house. Fil masjid, in the mosque. Okay, then you have ala al-maktabi. Ala al-maktabi, on the table or on the desk. Ala sarir, on the bed. A sarir, of course, is bed, the bed. Okay, ala sarir, on the bed. So here we have learned 2 prepositions, fi and ala. Fi and ala. Fi means in, ala means on. Okay, let's put it into practice by bringing new other things, inshallah. So here you have Aina Muhammad. Where is Muhammad? Aina is for asking question, where is? Aina Muhammad, where is Muhammad? Huwa fil ghurfa. He is in the room. He is in the room. Wa aina Yasir. And where is Yasir? Huwa fil hammam. He is in the bathroom. Wa aina Amina. And where is Amina? Hiya fil matbakh. She is in the kitchen. Look at the difference between he and she. Huwa, he is. Then hiya, she. So huwa fil hammam is in the bathroom. Hiya fil matbakh. She is in the kitchen. That is for human beings. What about for non-living things? Okay, the next one brings example of non-living things. So let's see the masculine what's it called, pronoun, and the feminine pronoun for non-living things. Ayn al-kitab, where is the book? Huwa ala al-maktab. It is on the desk. So we use huwa for both person, human being, and non-living thing. So huwa ala al-maktab. It is on the desk. Here we said huwa fil ghurfa. He is in the room. So, okay, so what is important here is masculine plural. Oh, no, masculine pronoun, sorry. So what is important here is the masculine pronoun. So the masculine pronoun is huwa. And the feminine pronoun is hiya. Either it is used for human beings or non-living things. Like I mentioned in the last class, how do you know that a word is feminine? A non-living thing word is a feminine. For example, you have school, for example, or bag. These are feminine words in Arabic. How do we know they are feminine words? That is because the last letter of these words is ta'un marbuto, round ta. When the ta is round, then you can say categorically, this is a feminine word. So feminine word, of course, takes feminine pronoun. Here ala sarir, it is on the bed. Okay, so that is exactly what we learned from this chapter. So you have a whole lot of examples for practicing your prepositions like fi, in, and ala, on. You can bring more examples of your own as well. Okay, Aina Zainab, where is Zainab? Here fil ghurfa, she's in the room. Here fil ghurfa, she's in the room. So, and a whole lot of examples you have then on this lesson. So let us, I will keep referring us to eNarrate platform, where you can actually have access to all the 23 episodes in our previous season, so that it will not be difficult for you by the time we get to where we're supposed to begin from. Okay, so at Darsul Khamis, what do we have on lesson 5? Okay, what do we have on lesson 5? I hope our students, our Sulaiman is still in the class, following the class.
Yes, sir.
Alhamdulillah. Very good, barakallah fiqh. Okay, so on lesson 5, we learned some other stuffs. Okay, and this is a new concept entirely. You really need to go back to the previous episode to listen to the class, because right away we're just doing a recap, like a revision. So I cannot be explaining like in details the way I did in that episode. So you go back to it and listen to this class. This has to do with a new concept, which is Kitabu Muhammadin hada. Kitabu Muhammad. What is Kitabu Muhammad? Okay. So Kitabu Muhammad, Muhammad's book, that's a possession. So that is a new concept in this chapter, in this lesson. Kitabu Muhammad, Muhammad's book. Muhammad has something, which is what? Which is a book. He has something, which is what? The book. So I say Muhammad's book. In English language, just to quickly explain that, I mentioned Muhammad first before mentioning what he possesses, what he has, what he owns, like Muhammad's book. So, but in Arabic, it's a reverse thing. So you do it the other way around. You mention the item first before mentioning the owner of the item. So Kitabu Muhammadin, Muhammad's book. Kitabu Abdullah, Abdullah's book. Okay. Qalamu Yasir, Yasir's pen. Okay. Baytu Amina, Amina's house. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Baytu Amina, Amina's house. Okay, so you have this possession. Okay, so welcome another student to the class. Barakallah fiqh. Your name, please? Abdul Karim. This brother Abdul Karim. Alhamdulillah, barakallah fiqh to the class. Okay, so here we are learning possession and how to express that in Arabic language. Okay, so, and the concept is very simple, like I mentioned. So in English language, you mention the name of the owner of the item first before mentioning the item he possesses or he owns. Okay, but in Arabic language, you mention the item first, of course, before you mention the name of the owner of the item. So Kitabu Muhammad, Muhammad's book. So on the screen here, at Darsul Khamis, in this lesson, lesson 5, you have Kitabu Muhammadin hada ya Yasir. Is this Muhammad's book? Oh Yasir, Kitabu Muhammadin. Can you say that for Abdul Karim?
Kitabu Muhammadin.
Hada Na'am.
هذا يا ياسر.
Aha. Is this Muhammad's book, O Yasir? So like we mentioned the item first, kitab, before we mention Muhammad, the owner of the kitab. Unlike the English. So if you want to speak this in English, you want to express a possession in English, don't just translate directly like Muhammad's book, then you say Muhammad Kitab. Oh, you are saying Kitab owns Muhammad. So you do it the other way around. Mention the item first before you mention mention the owner of the item. Good. Okay, so in this line, there is something that is new here as well. Though not actually new because we have come across it in the previous chapters, maybe the second or the third lesson. So you have A for asking question, right? A for asking question. A kitabu Muhammad. Hada, is this Muhammad's book? Ya Yasir or Yasir? And Yasir responded, La, hada kitabu Hamid. Let's say that.
هذا كتاب حامد.
Correct. No, this is Hamid's book. Okay, so I want to say, where is Muhammad's book? How do I say that?
كتاب.
Where is?
أين كتاب محمد?
Shukran. Aina kitabu Muhammad. Because aina is where is. Okay, kitabu Muhammad. Muhammad's book. Okay. So then we have learned some couple of things. You need to be putting them together. Don't forget, you need revision a lot. We have learned how to express pronoun for masculine. So I want to say, it is on the desk. It, masculine. What is it for masculine?
هي
هو
masculine. هو.
Yeah, hua, masculine. That's for you. Yeah, hua. That's for you, male item. Okay, hua. On in Arabic is ala. Then desk is what? Al-maktab. Okay, so it is on the desk.
هو على المكتب.
Shukran. Huwa ala al-maktab. It is on the desk. So a new word is added on the screen here. Hunak. Over there. It is on the desk. There. It is on the desk. There. Okay, so huwa ala al-maktab. In the previous lesson, we just learned huwa on Adars Rabi, the fourth lesson. So we learned huwa, we learned ala. Of course, we have done this in the third lesson, definite word. So all these, they put them together from the previous one. So if you have missed like a lesson or two lessons, then you will not be able to follow the class. So it's very important to revise very well. So that is what chapter 5, the lesson 5 of the book is all about. Possession. Okay, at times you want to mention, it may not be like a proper noun. You know, Muhammad is a proper noun. We call it alam. So it's a proper noun. At times it may not be a proper noun. It may just be like a common noun. A common noun like a teacher. You understand? A teacher. A lot of people, there are a lot of teachers, you know. Okay, teacher is just common, like a common noun. Okay, you want to make possession for the common noun. Of course, the same thing applies. Like the teacher's pen. We mentioned the pen first before the teacher. So that would be what? Qalamul mudarris. Let's say that.
قلم المدرس.
So the only difference is that I'm adding alif and lam to the mudarris to make it the teacher. Unlike Muhammad, I didn't say the Muhammad's book, but I said Muhammad's book. So that does not require alif and lam there. Okay, that's a new concept actually entirely. So here you have qalamul mudarris, the teacher's pen, haqibatul mudarris, the teacher's bag. So all these, they are, what's it called? A way of expressing possessions in Arabic language. So you have this page here, page 28, you have an assignment to go through. Yeah, just to put the words together to form possession. Like the first example you have here, you have Kitabun, a book. You have Muhammad, Muhammad. Okay, put it together, it becomes Kitabu Muhammadin. So Muhammad's book. Mind you, the possessor, the one who possesses the item, is going to be given kasra at the end. That is why you have it Muhammadin here. It is called mudaf wa mudaf ilayhi in Arabic grammar. Okay, let's leave that for the advanced class. Okay, so Kitabu Muhammadin, Muhammad's book. And this one is going to be what?
Qala Muhammad.
Correct. Qala Muhammad. Hamid's pen. Hamid's pen. Okay, so let's go through that and listen to the previous episode to understand this concept better. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us. So that is the end of Adarsul Khamis. Adarsul Sadis here. The sixth lesson is talking about feminine, okay, feminine demonstrative pronoun, which is hadhihi, which is what?
Hadhihi.
Correct, hadhihi. This is as against the masculine demonstrative, so which is hada. Hada is for masculine. This is hadhihi is for feminine. So we say hada ibn Hamid. This is Hamid's son. Hada ibn Hamid. This is Hamid's son. Wa hadhihi bintu Yasir. And this is Yasir's daughter. You see? So we use hadhihi for daughter and hada for son. So if I want to say this is Muhammad, how do I say that?
Hada Muhammad.
Simple. Hada Muhammad. So I want to say this is Rashida. How do I say that?
Hazi Rashida.
Hadi Rashida. Simple. That is what this darsu is all about. Yeah, to understand what to use exactly when we are forming our words, the kind of demonstrative pronoun to use, is it hada or hadihi? So, and that also continues on chapter 7. Man hadihi, who is this? Hadi Amina, this is Amina, wa man tilka, and who is that? So you have tilka for that, feminine. Okay, that is Amina, tilka Amina. You see, that is Rashida, tilka Rashida. Unlike the masculine, that is Abdullah, dhalika Abdullah. Did you get that? Dhalika Abdullah. That is Abdullah, masculine.
Abdullah.
Yes, dhalika Abdullah. Okay. That is Abdul Rahman. Dhalika Abdul Rahman. Okay. That is Rashida.
Tilka Rashida.
Tilka Rashida. That is Maimuna.
Tilka Maimuna.
Tilka Maimuna. That is my mother.
Tilka Ummi.
Tilka Ummi. Ummi, my mother. Okay, very good. So that is exactly what we're also learning from this. And of course, there will be some new words like Mumarrido, a feminine, a nurse, who's a female. You have male nurses, of course. You have Tabiba, a female doctor, you know. Okay, so you have Tawila, you have Qasira. All these are to be learned from the last episode, the last season. When you go through the whole of 23 episodes, inshallah, you get them very well. Okay, that's for Samin. Then going to lesson 9 of this class. Okay, you have the Rajul Tajirun. Okay, so something is coming to place now. The use of our definite word with a demonstrative pronoun. How does it look like? Okay, I want to say this man. Unlike the man is a rajulu, the man. Tajirun is a trader. But I want to say this man is a trader. Of course, I'm going to bring hada for masculine, of course. So it's going to be hada rajulu tajir. This man is a trader because this man is already, what's it called? A definite word. This man. So hada rajulu tajir. This man is a trader. Wadhalika rajulu Tabib, and that man is a doctor. Is it clear? So we need to understand how to just bring demonstrative pronouns hada, hadi, dhalika, and tilka in this regard. When you want to use it with definite words, of course, it's very simple. Put them together and bring in your adjective to qualify it. You understand? Okay, so hada rajulu tajir. This man is a trader. وَذَلِكَ الرَّجُلُ الطَّبِيبُ, and that man is a doctor. Ismu Tajiri Mahmoud. The trader's name is Mahmoud. Wasmu Tabib Said. And the doctor's name is Said. Here we are having a bit longer expressions now. Okay, so I will encourage us to also go back to the previous episode. You have a whole lot of assignment like exercises that you can practice on your own after listening to those classes for these lessons. Barakallahu fikum. Then Adarsu Tasir, then the lesson 9, which is going to be the last lesson, because inshallah we're going to start afresh from Adarsul Ashir, lesson 10 in our next episode. So, but what do we have on Adarsul Tasir here? The lesson 9. Man hadha rajul, who is this man? The same thing like the continuation of what is coming from lesson 8. Man hadha rajul, who is this man? Huwa Abbas. He is who?
Abbas.
He is Abbas. Very simple. Abbas Tajir. Abbas is a trader. Okay, we have Ghaniyun. I want to bring in Ghaniyun, which is an adjective to qualify or to tell us more about Abbas. I'm going to say Abbas Tajirun Ghaniyun. Say it.
Abbas Tajir Ghaniyun.
Correct, Abbas Tajirun Ghaniyun. Abbas is a rich trader. Abbas is a rich trader. Then you have Hamid Mudarris. Hamid is a teacher. Hamid Mudarrisun Jadidun. Hamid is a new teacher. So this chapter, this lesson is all about, okay, bringing more adjectives together with the nouns, common nouns, proper noun, put them together to make meaningful sentences. Okay, asking questions, mahara, what is this? Hada tufahun, this is an apple, and a lot of new words in this Dars of Tasir. So I will encourage us, download the eNarrate application on Google Play Store, on Apple Store, and the likes on Microsoft Store, so that you can have access to the season 1 of this Arabiyyah Made Easy. Inshallah, in the next lesson, in the next episode, we're going to start afresh from Ad-Darsul Ashir, which is going to be a new class. That is lesson 10, inshallah, and that's going to be a fresh class with full explanation and details. But if you have not been following the classes or you have not listened to the previous episodes, it may be a bit challenging, except if you have the background or a solid foundation in this before. And I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it very much easy for all of us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless the platform eNarrate, who has deemed it fit to bring this free, subhanallah, of charge to all Muslims, so that we can learn Arabiyyah, we can have a good understanding of our deen. When you read Quran, you ponder over the meaning, you understand the meaning of what you are reading. You don't just read like you are reading newspaper or you are reading something you don't even understand, or a language you don't understand. You have a lot of benefits to get from studying Arabic language. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it very much easy for us and bless every one of us abundantly. Inshallah, I remain your humble Mudarris, Yusuf Arabiyyah Abu Salim. And with me in the studio has been the students. Your name again?
Abdul Karim.
Yeah, bro, Abdul Karim Barakallahu Feek. Inshallah. So until we meet again on the next episode of Arabiyyah Made Easy, I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.